afternoon, everyone. So I was alerted today that Jesus Montero, a former Yankee and Mariner, passed away earlier today. If we look at Jesus Montero, just a few things that stand out. He made his debut on September 1st. September 1st is the day leaving 121 days left in the year, as you see right there. And of course, we're in the year of the 121st World Series. If the Mariners win later today, they will advance to the 121st World Series. And today he unfortunately passed away. See here. So all the news articles say he passed away today. So from today to his birthday. His birthday is November 28th. It's 40 days. All right. Why is 40 important? Because 121 is the 40th semi-prime. Okay, we've been talking about this a lot because remember LSU, was it LSU Tigers? LSU Tigers, they won the College World Series this year. They equal 40. There's more to that, but anyways, back to this guy. If we read up on him, so you see he made his debut on September 1st, the day leaving 121 days left in the year. He then made his first start against the Blue Jays, who the Mariners are playing tonight, and he got his first major league hit on September 3rd, 9/3, or 3/9, depending on which area of the world you are in. But remember, 119 is the 39th semi-prime. And again, that was the Blue Jays. Today is 10/19. In numerology, 0 don't mean anything. So they could advance to the World Series on a 119 date. What else is there? Remember, so September 3rd, not only is 3/9, not only is 119 the 39th semi-prime, but September 3rd, or 3/9 or 9/3, is the day leaving 119 days left in the year. Remember, that's the same day in history that Osama bin Laden's dad died in a plane crash. I think it was 1967. If I remember correctly, I think it was in 1967, 34 years before 9/11. Jesus is 34. And of course, this guy's name is Jesus, or Jesus. And remember, we'll just search Jesus 93. Okay, well, it's not, I guess, this is Jesus death date. April 3rd, that's the 93rd day of the year, around 3 p.m. And they'll say that he was sacrificed between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And remember, how far away is Jesus, the Son of God, and then the Son of the sky, sun distance from Earth, 93 million miles away. And then remember, 93 is the 32nd semi-prime, like how there's 32 sun rays on the Jesuit logo. So yeah, a very Jesus-themed death for Jesus here. What else do we have to report about him? Let's see. So he did play for the Blue Jays organization after his time with the Mariners, which is interesting. All right, okay, that's enough for Jesus. Well, actually, let's look at the gematria of his name. So I think there is something interesting here. Oh, sorry. So 250. His full name, Jesus Alejandro Montero. That equals 254, and 254 is the 82nd semi-prime, just like Seattle's 82. You do his full name with his second last name, Lopez. Jesus Alejandro Montero Lopez. That equals 112, where 112 is the 82nd composite number. Jesuits claim to operate in 112 countries because Catholicism equals 112. And if you just did Jesus Montero Lopez, it's 211, 47th prime, like how Seattle's on the 47th parallel. And then just Jesus Montero, 69. Like how the American League can get their 69th World Series win this year. Okay, now on to tonight's game. Okay, so first I should mention that yesterday the Kraken beat the Maple Leafs, so Seattle over Toronto. And that was in OT. Toronto did fall to 3-3 on the year. So if the Maple Leafs won today, or sorry, not the Maple Leafs, if the Blue Jays won today, the series would be tied at 3. So is it a sign that's going 7? I mean, Mariners 43, Seattle Kraken 43. I mean, I kind of almost wish this game didn't happen because I feel like it's a bit of a if the Maple Leafs had won and gotten to 4-2 on the year, then I think it would have been like, yeah, Seattle's winning tomorrow to win the series 4-2. But it's not quite. We'll get to the notes. Okay. So today is 110 days before Minoru Yamasaki's death date, and 43 days before his birthday, like how Mariners equals 43. 49 days or 1 month and 18 days before Pearl Harbor. And yeah, Dan Wilson is looking to get his 118th win, so then their next game would be in Los Angeles, California, which equals 118. For the Blue Jays, they'll get their 100th win of the season. Their next one is the 100th win of the season. Seattle Mariners does equal 100. However, that might mean they win tonight, but even if it goes 7, I don't think they're winning that. Toronto, Ontario does equal 74. That's played well for the Mariners so far in the playoffs, 74. So I don't know if it'll play well against them, though. And yeah, they do have their next playoff home win is their 19th. Seattle equals 19. But then again, John Schneider, 5-8 in the playoffs. That would not bode well for him. And the one thing that I pointed out at the beginning of the series, if the Mariners do win in 6, they'll be 6-6 against each other for the year. Rogers Center does equal 66. And in the hockey game last night, both teams entered the game on 6 points. They both had 6 points on the season before the game. Yeah, Pearl Harbor also 66. Yeah, and 49 days before Pearl Harbor, like it's how it's each team's 49th season. Right, the Mariners would get to 6-6 against Toronto for the year and become 5-1 on the road against them. And remember, there's all those 51s that I talked about in the last live stream. I'm not going to talk about them again because it's just kind of redundant, but I guess the Blue Jays do have I guess because the score last night was 4-3. The Blue Jays record all time in Game 6 is 4-2. So if they lost, they'd become 4-3 in Game 6s. And a win for the Mariners would mean their 97th win of the season, 97th to 25th prime. Here we are in 2025. And Seattle also, or sorry, Mariners equals 25. I was thinking about potential scores for tonight's game. The score for the series right now is 27 to 25 Toronto. If I think these are all, I wrote down these four scores here. If it ends up being 3-1 Seattle, that was the score in game one. Both teams would have 28 runs scored for 56 total runs. Mariners equals 56. Mariners also equals 107, which is the 28th prime. If Seattle shut them out 4-0, like how Jesus Montero just died 40 days before his birthday, that would also be 56 total runs. And 121, the 40th semi-prime, win 4-0 to advance to the 121st World Series. And I believe also Jesus Montero's last game ever was on... I think Jesus Montero's last game was on 10/3. Yeah, his last game ever was on 10/3. Also, October 3rd is the day leaving 89 days left in the year, which means it's the 90th to last day of the year. And 121 is the 90th composite number. But 89 is also the 24th prime. And this is their first appearance in the... Remember, the Mariners lost to the Yankees in the ALCS 24 years ago. And Montero's first ever team was the Yankees. If Seattle wins 4-3, just like the Kraken did last night, that would be 59 total runs. And John Schneider would fall to 5-9 in the playoffs, like how Toronto Blue Jays equals 59. And yeah, Mariners equals 43. If Toronto won 4-3, I think I did some bad math here. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I did. This is wrong. It should be 31 to 28. Right, so if Toronto won 4-3 today, it would also be 59 total runs. And what else? Yeah, it would be 59 total runs. Mariners lose 4-3. Mariners would have 28 runs for the series, like how Mariners equals 107 to 28th prime. I think those are four likely scores. I think it's a pitching rematch of game 5, or no, sorry, game 2. Game 2. It's a pitching matchup of game 2. Let's just take a look at, see if they have the pitching matchups. Yeah, Logan Gilbert, Trey Savage. I'm pretty sure that was the pitching matchup in game 1, or sorry, game 2. Yeah, Logan Gilbert is the pitcher in game 1, or sorry, I keep saying game 1, it was game 2. So Logan Gilbert, Trey Savage. Let's take a look at this real quick. Logan Gilbert. So I'm pretty sure he's had some decisions in the playoffs. So he's 47. He has 48 wins in his career. See, Logan Gilbert is 48, and what did I say? How many losses? 36, 48 and 36. Yeah, so getting his 49th win would make a lot of sense. 49 days before Pearl Harbor. And Trey Savage, what's his record for this year? I didn't look that up. He's already 7-6. Oops. So yeah, 6-6 plus 1-0, so he's 7-6 this season. And then Trey Savage is a rookie. So 3-3. Wait, no, sorry, he's not 3-3. He's 1-0. So he's 2-1 all time, and 1-1 in the playoffs. I guess I just put here 49 days before Pearl Harbor. Yeah, I did also see the Blue Jays are 2-1 all time on October 19th. The Mariners have not played a game on October 19th in their history. So yeah, maybe the Mariners' first ever game on 10-19, like how Mariners equals 119. It would make a lot of sense for them to get their first ever win in their first ever game on this date. But I guess we know there's a lot of Jesus and 33 connections, right? So Jesus, we saw that he died in the year 33, right? Jesus' death date. What was it? 33 AD. He was born on November 28th. November 28th is the day leaving 33 days left in the year. So I guess that could be a sign that maybe the series does get tied up 3-3, but I just feel like there's more for the Mariners to win today. But if they don't win today, they should win tomorrow. And remember, 33 is the 11th semi-prime, and 121 is 11 squared. Like 121, 11 squared, that's 11 to the second power, like 112. And we've had all these 112 rituals from Bobby Jenks. Even the, what was it? The Major League Cricket Championship. And then Seattle's 112 is the 82nd semi-prime. Yeah, Seattle's 82. Then the sun is also, not the sun, but 94 is the 33rd semi-prime, like the Empire State Building is 94 years old right now. And it opened on the 121st day of the year. And this guy first played for New York. Yeah, so the Empire State Building opened on the 121st day of the year. And then he made his debut on the day leaving 121 days left in the year. And he played for Seattle, like how Minoru Yamasaki's first job, Minoru Yamasaki was from Seattle, and his first firm was with the firm that designed the Empire State Building. Yeah, so he's definitely connected to all this. A batting average of 253. Is that is the 80? I'm not sure what the significance of that being the 81st semi-prime. In regards to 254, what was it? Did his full name equal 254? What was it? I think it was Jesus Alejandro. Yeah, Jesus Alejandro Montero, 254. Remember, today would be Sandy. This guy just died last week. It would be his 82nd birthday today, on October 19th. And I forget, this guy's, his full name equaled something significant. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was it 5-2? Well, I remember there was something. There was something significant about the gematria of his name with 52. So what happened on the day of his death? Because the Mariners, they won by a lot bigger score. They won 10-3. Oh, the Mariners became 5-2 in the playoffs on the day that he died. That's what it was. Yeah, and Sandy Alomar Sr. equals 52. That's what it was. So his full name was Sandy Alomar Conde, because that's his mom's last name. So he said Sandy Alomar without the senior. 66. Yeah, the Mariners can become 6-6 against the Blue Jays today on his birthday. Sandy, but his real name's not Sandy, right? It's Santos is his real name. So if you wanted to do his full name, Santos Alomar is 40. Yeah, like how Montero just died 40 days before his birthday. We're in 35 days after the Pope's birthday. Hold on, which one are you talking about? You're probably talking about Alomar, right? Yeah, that's right. He did die. He was born 35 days after Pope Leo's birthday. Wait, hold on. No, Jesus. Wait. Yeah, and then this guy died at age 35. So Jesus died at 35. And yeah, then the Pope was born, or sorry, not the Pope. Then this guy was born. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm misreading. I'm misreading your comment. Sorry, I'm getting these two guys confused because he died on Alomar's birthday, so that's what makes it more confusing. Yeah, he died 35 days after the Pope's birthday. Yep, he definitely did. Pope was born on 14/9. Most definitely. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, we're going to look at Santos Alomar. Yeah, 40. Santos Alomar Conde. Does that mean anything? 189, is that? That's not. No, it's not anything. Okay. Yeah, but he has two sons, Sandy Alomar Jr. and then Roberto Alomar, who did play for the Blue Jays. Played for a long time. And his other son was born in 66. Even played for the Dodgers for a hot minute. Yeah. But I think what you got to know about him is, yeah, Santos Alomar 40, and like 121's the 40th semi-prime. Sandy Alomar 66. Mariners can become 6-6 against the Blue Jays with a win today. And yeah, and 191 is the 43rd prime number, so yeah, like Mariners equals 43. So we could see a 4-3 score again, just like we did in the hockey game. And also, 123 is the 42nd semi-prime, funny enough. 123, 42nd semi-prime. I don't believe 174 is a semi-prime. No, it's not. Okay. But I think that's enough for today. I guess another thing you could say was a span of 41 days before his birthday. So that's 1 month, 10 days. Like a World Trade Center towers were 110 stories tall. It's also a span of 5 weeks and 6 days. But 41 is significant because LA is 41. Yeah, they would advance to play LA. And also Seattle Mariners is 179, if I can spell correctly. 179 is the 41st prime number. Yeah, so you just commented that. And also they said his death was kind of interesting because he was injured on October 4th, then he died 15 days later. Now, I don't really know how all this stuff works, like if you get injured, but that does seem a long time to die after you get injured from a motorcycle crash. I feel like you would die either very soon after or it would be a long time after. I feel like 2 weeks is too late or too early, depending on how you look at it. Or it's also possible that maybe he did die like last week, and they didn't announce his death until today. Although they're all saying that he died today, so we'll just have to go with what they report. Yeah, just like what's the guy's name? Arturo Sosa, who's born on the 49 day, leaving 49 days left in the year. So that would be, what is it, 24 days before his, 3 weeks and 3 days. 3 weeks and 3 days before his birthday. 3 weeks, 3 days before his birthday. Jesus dead at age 33. Yeah. Definitely, he's connected to it as well. Yeah, and as for this guy being born on the day leaving 49 days left in the year. What did I say about 49? Logan Gilbert can get his 49th win 49 days before Pearl Harbor. And it's both teams' 49th season. I think that's pretty much all I said about 49. Alright, I think that's enough for today. And I think this game starts in, 4 hours? But, yeah, just another sacrifice in the world of professional sports. I mean, remember last year we had the death of Fernando Valenzuela. He died right before Game 1 of the World Series, which his Dodgers ended up winning. 2 years ago, we had lots of deaths. We had, what was the guy's name? The death of Tim Wakefield. He died at age 57, big World Series number. Then you had the death of, I think his name is Jim Poole. Yeah, Jim Poole, another 57. Then we had the death of Frank Howard, the former Texas Ranger, who died just, 2 days? 2 days before the Rangers ended up winning the World Series. Yeah, that's right. The former Yankee pitcher also died. I can't remember who died in 2022. But yeah, 2021, it was Hank Aaron. And then the Braves ended up winning the World Series. 2020, it was Chadwick Boseman who played Jackie Robinson. And then the Dodgers ended up winning the World Series. I can't remember who won it and who was sacrificed in 2019. Oh, 2022, actually, I remember now, was the Astro World. It was in 2021, but it was exactly 1 year before the Astros ended up winning the World Series. I don't remember what 2019 was. I don't remember 2017, but I've looked it up since. 2017 was sorry, not Mark Weiss. His name is Mark Weiss. Middle name is Will. But he died 11 weeks and 3 days before he died in Houston just a couple months before the Astros won the World Series. And it was 11 weeks and 3 days before Game 1 of the World Series, which was the 113th World Series. And he was the 43rd governor, like how the Astros won that World Series 4-3. So yeah, they do sacrifices every year. Some are more obvious than others, but it's no different. Yeah, the death of this Jesus Montero guy, no different than all the other ones I just mentioned. Yeah, that's it. Well, hopefully I'm not doing a live stream tomorrow, but if I am, I'll probably be saying the same things. So we'll catch you guys later.